You know the type. Or maybe you are the type. The person who just moves through the world differently. You see, they don't get pulled into the drama. They don't seem to crumble under pressure. And they're not chasing approval from anyone. And because of this, people call them cold. But that's not really the truth, is it? The reality is much more interesting and far, far more powerful. Let's look past that simple label. To really get this, we have to start by dismantling that myth. See, it's not about being cold at all. It's about being emotionally independent. Most people see it and think, lack of empathy, lack of feeling, lack of connection. But the reality is something else entirely. It's not an absence of feeling. It's the containment of it. It's discipline. It is true emotional independence.
These people aren't numb, not at all. They're disciplined. They've learned that the ability to stay centered while everyone else is spiraling, to choose your response instead of being yanked around by impulses, well, that's a kind of power. Their neutrality is a choice. And this neutrality, it creates a profound advantage. In a world that runs on emotional reactions, the person who stands apart from it is the one who can see things with total clarity.
Just think about it for a second. When chaos breaks out, who does everyone look to? They look to the person who remains still. That calm becomes the anchor for everyone else. And by not being swept away in all those emotional currents, they can actually observe the entire board. They see the patterns, they see the pathways that everyone else misses. They're able to solve the problem instead of just reacting to it. So while everyone else is busy, defending their ego, reacting to things impulsively, or drowning in their own insecurities, the emotionally independent person is already 3 steps ahead. And it's not because they're smarter. It's because they're not distracted. But here's the thing. People don't become this way by accident. This kind of stillness is almost always earned. It's a defense mechanism, built layer by layer over time. So the question is, where does it really come from? This ability to contain so much, to remain so neutral in the face of everything? Well, it often comes from being disappointed one too many times, from betrayal by people they were supposed to trust. It comes from learning, usually the hard way, that being vulnerable gets you punished, not supported. It comes from realizing that staying calm was the only way to survive. So you see, it's not some kind of character flaw. It's an adaptation. It's a survival strategy that over time evolves into the source of incredible strength. And here's the part that almost no one talks about. They often feel things more deeply than anyone. That silence you perceive isn't a void. It's a container holding everything inside just to maintain control. And then there comes a moment, usually after years of feeling misunderstood. It's a moment when the whole perspective shifts, when that defense is finally recognized for what it truly is. It's that sudden realization that this detachment, this thing they might have been told their whole life to fix, isn't a weakness at all. It is their core strength. It's their clarity, their protection. It's their edge. And once they accept this, everything accelerates. First, they just stop explaining themselves. Then they stop absorbing the chaos of others. They stop making themselves smaller just to make other people feel comfortable. And then, finally, they rise. Quietly, steadily, inevitably. Because here's the crucial point. When you are not controlled by your own emotions, you cannot be controlled by other people's attempts to manipulate them. You become free. In the end, people don't really fear the coldness. What they fear is the person who can't be swayed, can't be guilted, and can't be controlled. And if you're still watching, I think you already know which one you are.